Hey Rick, how you doing?
Good, Megan. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. The wind has stopped blowing, and I'm here at a home
Nice.
inspection for one of our buyers.
Yeah. Very nice.
I know
Very
I
cool.
got here early so I can record out here, and the termite
Mhm.
person's out there poking around, and so I'm looking forward to hopefully a lot of good news.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, I wish. Okay, so we've got our topic for
Mhm.
today, and the topic is navigating the start here of the 2025 housing market.
Right.
And things are a little bit different. We always wait to call something until we are
Mhm.
our toes are in it, our foot is in
Mhm.
it, we're
Mhm.
in it up to our knee,
Yep.
then to our hip. Now
Sure.
we're into our elbow. And
Hmm.
I think we're ready to make some calls about the start of the year here and how that might shape things up for people looking to buy a house or put their house on the market and negotiating tips and tools.
Exactly. Good timing.
Yeah, I think so. So, also we read Stephen's housing report, and so
Mhm.
we were able to tie together some of his facts. So we will get down to it here. I've got my notes and some helpful points for people to sort of use a measuring stick.
Mhm.
Is that in 2020, the average days on the market for a new listing was just how many days?
10 days.
10 days. 10
Hmm.
days.
Hmm.
And 2020 was rough. I
Yeah, that
had
was a weird market. I mean, don't forget, where were the rates in 2020?
like 3.5%.
Yeah, three, right? So we look at
Yep.
those trends. We have to look at these trends from, say, from 2020 to, say, now early 2025. And people will kind of take some of that information and go, whoa, this market's kind of weird. Well, guess what? If you look at the trending on this, and I know we can both agree on it, we're now trending to more of a normal market, right? So guess what?
Mm-hmm.
3% rates and 10-day market cycles are not normal. That's not where we want to be in this market, any market.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
that
it was
was the market.
too stressful, too
Yeah,
stressful.
too much.
Then last year, the days on the market averaged about 56,
Hmm.
56 days on the
Hmm.
market.
Hmm.
And last year the interest rates were
High
what were
sixes,
they? Yeah,
high
high
sixes,
sixes.
low sevens
Was it
sometimes.
was it the year before that it went over, like way over seven, or was that last year?
Lose track. Was sometime last year and the maybe before that, we were, low sevens, seven and a half
Yeah,
in some loans. Yeah, we were.
man. Boy, poor buyers, right? 3 to 7.5 in such a short period of time. No
Yeah.
wonder they're a little fatigued, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
All right. So now the days on the market has moved up to how many days on the market, Rick?
85 days.
85 days on the market.
Hmm.
And that has also to do with there's a little more inventory on the market. There's
That's
about
good.
an extra 900 homes that have entered the market just this year. And so it makes sense with more inventory and average interest rates
Hmm.
that the time for houses to sell would be a little bit longer in
Hmm.
general.
Hmm.
I think that's a realistic expectation. So, when you're a seller, when I meet with a seller and I say, okay, here's the status of the market, and here's two strategies for you.
Hmm. Hmm.
You could just like hang out for weeks and weeks and um, you know, get get the house sold at some point. And most people are not too interested in that because they don't want to keep showing the house
Right.
over and over again, all these
Right.
open houses. They don't want to
Hmm.
run the risk of having to reduce the price. I mean, most of my clients want to get it sold and get it sold right away with as much interest as possible. So then we price it really well for what it is, which
Hmm.
is quite a study so that we can get that. So most of my clients, the average days on the market is about like right now, like 7 to 10 days on the market.
Hmm.
Um, but if you have to keep your house on the market and you have to reduce the price and
Right.
you're having more and more open houses and all this stuff, it's just better to price it well in the beginning than to be,
Hmm.
to be a little overpriced and to not get it under contract, because ultimately pricing it well in the beginning will net you more
More.
of a high dollar as a
Oh, well,
seller
every
than
time.
pricing it too high and having to
Hmm.
keep reduce it.
No
Then
doubt.
then you yeah, then you don't have the cards in your deck that you need to have a winning hand. Then you're
Negotiate.
sort of bending at other people's, you know,
Uh-huh.
needs and requests because you don't have all those offers. You didn't have all that interest. They didn't have to beat out 10 people to get
Hmm.
that house.
True.
So pricing is a big strategy, right? So you could be on
Yeah,
the
it's
market
huge.
for 85 days or 10 days. But as far as buyers go, there's definitely a connection between the interest rates and it's a little bit of a lull in
Mhm.
demand. I mean, I don't know, what are you seeing on your side of things?
Well, there's a couple of things. Let's look at, maybe if you don't mind for just a minute, why this increase in inventory from say 2020 to early 2025. That's a pretty big increase in marketing days in the market, right? We go
Hmm.
from 10 days to 85 days on average, right? And so why is that? Why are we having more homes in the market now compared to, for example, last year? What's that shift and why is that happening, right? And so
Hmm.
we have to look at, in the beginning of this market, when rates started going up a little bit, the overall thinking, even the smart money out there was saying, look, we're maybe a 6 month and maybe a year in this market. Rates will start trending back down again, all good to go. Well, that didn't happen. We know that didn't happen now. And we don't know that's ever going to happen. It will eventually, but who knows when? I can't tell you when. So I think for the most part, homeowners and home buyers too, by the way, are now coming to realize that rates in the sixes as a normal market, that's where it's going to be. That's not going to change. And if you're going to sell, sell now. There's no point in holding off anymore because their situation is not going to change or improve enough to make that wait worthwhile. And so I
Hmm.
think, and so I think buyers and sellers both have now understand the concept of this is the market. This is what it's going to
Hmm.
be. And now how do you navigate that? And so I think for that reason, we're seeing more houses on the market and buyers are still buying because they realize that rates in the sixes is a normal market. That's
Hmm.
and they're not going to hold out for 3% or 4% or 5%. Now, on the home buying side, the benefit there, of course, and we know this already, but you know, you can always hopefully at some point have an opportunity to lower that monthly payment by doing a refinance. Now, when that happens, I can't tell you. We don't know, but there's at least that opportunity. On the flip side of that, if they wait for those rates to go down, they're not going to be able to lower the price of the house, but they can at some point lower the price of the payment.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
there's the shift right there. Now,
Right.
that's not a promise that will happen. But again, for the most part, buyers are pretty comfortable. The rates is around the sixes, 6.5, mid sixes, somewhere in that range. That's kind of a comfort spot right now.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think too, with the election, and I
Mhm.
think that people are hoping that rates go down. So, with sort of a lull in demand, an increase of inventory, we're watching the rates, we're playing the game,
Right.
and it'll be interesting to see how things turn out here in the next couple of weeks. But
Mhm.
like you said, I uh, would not pause, and if I found a house, I'd buy it if it was the price I wanted. You
Right.
know, um, Sellers don't typically start negotiating off of the asking price until about, 30 days, maybe 3
Mhm.
weeks after the house has been listed, so you can
Mhm.
start asking questions and make sure if you're a buyer that you have a great agent that calls the listing agent, talks to them about the seller's intention, if they've had any offers. You have to get the temperature of the room
Mhm.
before you just go throwing offers in. I have people that send me offers I've never even talked to before. It's like,
Yeah. Right.
it's bananas. So
Yeah.
that's so far that's our take on
Mhm.
2025. And again, if you have any questions, just shoot us a message. We'll be happy to answer them for you and cover a topic if you have a request for next time.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. That's good stuff. I think the message in closing here, if you don't mind, Megan, is I think we're seeing now more of a balanced market, and that's healthy.
Yes.
That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. I love it. I love a balanced market because I've had too much cortisol in the last 5 years.
I think we all have for sure.
Ah!
I
Okay.
know,
All right. I'll
help.
talk to you. Help. All right. Talk to you next week.
Thanks, Megan. See you later.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye.